Oh yeah, let's do that. Do that. Hey, the NFL season is back. Yeah, the NFL season is back, baby. I can't be more excited. I can't be more excited, man. NFL season is back. The CSP show is back with more pods. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off into it. The Jags preseason kicked off yesterday. But before I talk about the Jags preseason game versus Dallas, I just want to say you can find this pod and any other pod on all streaming platforms. This is episode 21 of the CSP show. You already know who I am. I done said it 1,000 times on this CSP show. And I'm going to get right into it, man. The Jags are still rolling, man. The Jags look good out there versus Dallas. They had a game yesterday versus Dallas, and they looked good to me. They looked good to me, even though we had our starters in, and I don't think Dallas had their starters in. But hey, it is what it is. Trevor did come out, throw a little pick, had a little mishap, but as a good QB you should be able to recover from that, and he did. Came out, throw a touchdown pass, went for 2. Everything looked good for the Jags, man. The Jags look good. So the expectations for my Jags in this season are very high. Like after the last season they had last year, making it to the Kansas City, playing Kansas City in that round. Even though they did take a L, I don't feel like they took a L. I feel like they took a lesson. So taking that lesson and coming into this season, the expectations are very high. You know what I'm saying? We got some new guys on the roster. Anton Harrison, first rounder. I think Cam Robinson is going to be out. We had some really good picks. Tank Bisbee out of Auburn. Big expectations for Tank. He looked good out there. He was toting that thing. Didn't tote that thing like I wanted him to, but he had a good run out there. But Tank Bigsby, Abdullah, number 56 on that defense. Couple of sacks. No, I think he had like 1 sack, couple of tackles. It looked good, adding more depth to an already deep, strong defense. You feel me? Defense stepped up. I think we had like 2 fumble recoveries in this Dallas game. So we looked good yesterday. You feel me? Even though it is just preseason, like I said, I just want to mention you have to set the tone to know that you here. Even if it is just preseason, hey, what it is, what it is. We're going to set the tone. We're going to go for 2. We're going to be aggressive. It is what it is. Another good player that did good yesterday, number 81, Seth Williams. He was out there balling. Another good player that was out there balling, I didn't even know who he was, Nathan Rourke, late in the 4th, dodging 3 tackles, getting out of moving, and threw that thing for a touchdown. So what I've seen yesterday, my takeaway from the game yesterday versus Dallas, was that we got guys out here that's ready to ball. What I seen, we got players on this team that's ready to come ball for Jacksonville, ready to come ball for the Jaguars. And that's dope. That's dope as shit that you got players that's really to come and ball for y'all, because I don't think we had players to come and play, but I never seen players that really come out here and ready to ball, like really put it on the line. Like this preseason game looked like a regular season game to me. Like I was watching that thing like it was like it was the first game of the season. You feel me? So it was good to see players come out to compete, to earn a spot. And it was overall dope to see. Like I said, I wish I would have seen more from Bigsby, but I think he's gonna be a dope back to Travis. Seth Williams, like I said, was dope. I was really impressed with Abdullah. Really impressed with Nathan. He got out of them 3 tackles in the 4th and threw that thing for a TD. What? That shit crazy. So the Jags overall is still looking like that team to be aware of, especially in our division, you know. And then on top of that, we come back and play Kansas City. So I don't know who arranged that, but I feel like that's a try. You feel me? I feel like that's a try. Like, come on now. So I think that's one of those statement games that you just gotta win. I think that's one of those games that sets the tone for how are you going to respond from playing Kansas City and knocking you out of the playoffs last season, and now how are you going to play them again, making those statement games this season? You got to win those statement games, you know what I'm saying? Because you may eventually end up seeing them again going into the playoffs. You just never know. So I just feel like you got to win those statement games. You feel me? You have to win these statement games. And Jaguars looking good. The receivers came back. Jones, Kirk, everybody just looked decent. You know, I didn't really see any. I seen a few things that we could have worked on out there in that Dallas game, like the penalties, some crazy penalties that should have been that needs to be addressed ASAP. But it just was, everything was just cool. Everything was decent. Doug Peterson, you look like you're doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing. Going into this new season, my expectations is always gonna be Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. That's always gonna be my expectations for the Jags. Super Bowl. Can we get a Super Bowl? You know, that's gonna be dope for the city because the city is already investing so much. Like after last season, the city already talking about new this, new that, new this, new this, new that. You feel me? And my thing is, seasons change, rosters change, players change, everything after seasons, everything is different. And, you wish you would have the same players you played last year, but every team make different moves. Every team goal is the same goal that I want for my team, Super Bowl. So they're going to make adjustments. So, of course, everything changes from season to season. And you just have to be prepared for that. And I think that Doug Peterson is putting us in a position to adapt to those changes for teams who want to win a Super Bowl too. You feel me? And my expectations, like I said, is Super Bowl. But at the same time, if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, I don't know. I can't think of no other expectations that there is besides players just being healthy, don't get hurt, don't get carted off the field or some shit. I don't fucking know. But Super Bowl, going to the Super Bowl, that's the expectations. That's gonna always be my expectations for the Jags, and that's just what it is. Like I said, we got more preseason games coming up. Some more to evaluate. Get this thing down to however many man. I think it's like 52-man roster, man. Hopefully the best players will play. Nathan Rourke, but I think you might get a spot just on the strength. Just on the strength, you know what I'm saying? Of making that play. So man, hey, the football season is back. The football season is back. More CSP episodes is back. It's all about sports. We talking sports on the CSP show. Hey man, let's get this thing cracking. Let's watch some football. Let's talk sports. Hey man, let's do this. Let's go. I'm out of here. Yeah. Episode 21.